Hello students, welcome to our channel. This is Kalyan and I am a faculty of mathematics. So I think in our channel you might have followed the previous topic in trigonometry about the trigonometric basic ratios. Now let us find out the identities of the trigonometric ratios. Okay, what are the identities? Let us see. It's a simple thing that how to derive the trigonometric identities based upon the Pythagoras theorem. Let us see how to do it.
Please subscribe and don't forget to click the bell icon for the more updates.
Just see, I think you know about this. This is a right angle triangle. Okay, for a right angle triangle we can apply Pythagoras theorem. What is the Pythagoras theorem? Exactly. Here the Pythagoras theorem would be, these are the two perpendicular edges and this is hypotenuse. Now sum of the squares of perpendicular sides is equal to square of the hypotenuse. That is what your Pythagoras theorem. Let us write it down. AB square, which is this side, and BC square, which is this side, is equals AC square. So this is Pythagoras theorem. Let us do one more thing. So I want to consider here angle of theta at vertex C. At vertex C I consider this angle. Okay, for our convenience I'll tell you that why I have taken like this. Okay, just see here. Here AB square plus BC square equal to AC square. To derive first identity, let us do one experiment that we have to divide both sides of the equation. Equation means this relation with AC square. Let us see what happens. See here what happens. AB square plus BC square equal to AC square. Now dividing on both sides with AC square, right? Now this is AC square. We have divided like this. Now here separate the fractions. What happens? AB square by AC square. This is BC square by AC square, where these two will be cut down and we get 1. Right? Now tell me, I mean a to the power of m by b to the power of m is equals a by b whole to the power of m. We can write the exponent value in common for both the numerator and denominator part as per the laws of exponents, right? So see here, ab by ac whole square, and this would be written as bc by ac whole square, which equals 1. Now let us come on to the figure. Just observe here. Here at the vertex C, theta is found. And you know the basic knowledge of trigonometric ratios, which is sine ratio, which is cos ratio, and which is tan ratio. About these all the ratios, you might have the knowledge before. So now let us see AB by AC. This is AB by AC. Which is the side AB here? This is AB. And AC means which one? This one, right? AB means here, this AB is exactly the opposite side to this theta. Is it right or not? Okay. Next, AC is hypotenuse because it's a side opposite to 90 degrees angle. So therefore, we can write it as opposite side by hypotenuse to this theta. So therefore, we can write this as sine theta whole square. So therefore, it can be further written as sine square theta, right? Sine square theta. And now, tell me what about BC by AC? BC means which one? See here, this is theta. To this theta, this BC is adjacent side, and this would be again hypotenuse we have taken. So now tell me what happens. This is cos theta or not? Means this is a ratio between adjacent side and hypotenuse to this theta, right? So therefore here cos theta whole square, that would be your cos square theta, which is equal to 1. Now this would be your first identity of trigonometric ratios. Got it? So now this is first ratio. Yes. Sine square theta plus cos square theta equal to 1. And before going on to the next relation, I want to tell you one thing. Even you are solving the problem of 10th standard, or you are solving the problem of 12th standard or 11th standard trigonometry, basic remains same for all of them. Only the difference will be only the thing that level of application will be a bit increased, and you need to solve every problem algebraically to difficult level. but basic remains the same. This is only the basic. This is the trigonometric ratio, and this trigonometric identity of sin square theta plus cos square theta equal to 1 can be true for all the values of theta in all the quadrants. So therefore it is called as identity, right? Now let us do one more experiment. Okay, let us do one more division on based on this. Let us see what it is. So now again we take this relation. Okay, again we are taking Pythagoras relation here. Just see, I'll write down this in a box in such a way that you can understand, right? Okay, AB square plus BC square equal to AC square. Previously in this relation we have divided both sides with AC square. Now let us choose another one. See here, say for example you divide both sides with BC here. Okay, let us do this. We are dividing both sides with BC square. Okay, here also BC square. Now let us separate the fractions over there. Okay, so what happens? AB square by BC square plus BC square by BC square, which is going to be obviously 1. Now this is AC square by BC square. Now anyhow this relation would be 1, you know, and here AB square by BC square, as you know that you can write this as AB by BC whole square, and this would be 1, and this is equal to AC by BC to that whole square. Again go with the basic. What happens? See here, AB by BC to this theta, AB is opposite side and this BC would be adjacent side. Is it right or not? To this theta, AB is opposite, and to this theta, this is BC is adjacent. So therefore this is a ratio between opposite to adjacent to this theta. So therefore how can we write it? This is a tangent ratio. So therefore this is tan theta. So therefore tan theta whole square, which can be further written as tan square theta plus 1 is equal to, now again what about this AC by BC? Tell me here, AC means is here hypotenuse. Okay, and BC means which one? BC means again adjacent. That means ratio between hypotenuse to adjacent side is secant square theta. Secant theta or not? Secant angle, sec theta. So therefore this is secant theta whole square. That means it is secant square theta. So by just replacing 1 to this side and secant square theta to this side, we can get the symbols changed. So therefore what happens? Or else you can take this tan square theta to another side. Then what happens? Secant square theta minus tan square theta equal to 1. So this is going to be your next trigonometric identity. Okay, secant square theta minus tan square theta equal to 1. Again I am telling you that whatever the complex problems you are doing, even the complicated applications also can be solved by using this basic. Only the approach will be changed as you are going to the higher standards. Okay, but the basic remains same. Anyways, now let us do one more experiment. Now till now we have divided with AC square on both sides and BC square on both sides. Now let us do the division with the AB square. Then we may get some another relation. What it is? Let us see. See here, once again we are writing this AB square plus BC square equal to AC square. Now what is remind here? AB square. So let us do the division with AB square on both sides. Just see here, AB square, and here also AB square, right? So therefore here on separating the fractions, here also what do we get? AB square by AB square, and this would be your BC square by AB square is equal to AC square by AB square, right? So anyhow this would be cancelled and this remains 1 here, and here BC by AB whole square, it can be written further to that whole square, and AC by AB to that again whole square. Again considering these relations in this diagram, what do we get? See here, BC by AB. BC means again adjacent angle, adjacent side to this angle theta, and here AB means here opposite angle. What is the relation between adjacent to opposite? That is it cot ratio or not? Exactly. So this is cot ratio. So therefore this can be written as cot theta to that whole square, that means cot square theta. Now AC by AB. What is AC? AC means this is hypotenuse and AB means what? Opposite. Relation between hypotenuse to opposite side is your cosecant square theta. So what happens here? On replacing this cot square theta to another side of the equation, it will, the symbol get changes and you get again cosecant square theta minus cot square theta would be equal to what? 1. So here cosecant square theta minus cot square theta equal to 1. So this would be your third trigonometric identity. Based on this, even you go to +2 level also, you can derive so many relations only based upon these three only, right? So these are called trigonometric identities. Based upon this, lot of numericals we will solve, even in 10th standard also, from CBSE or NCERT syllabus or any state curriculum, right? Just see what are those relations. First one is sin square theta plus cos square theta equal to 1, and second one would be secant square theta minus tan square theta equal to 1, and third one would be what? Cosecant square theta minus cot square theta would be equal to 1. If you want to know the concept behind this, only the thing is you need to convert it. You need to do the conversion for Pythagoras theorem. Means for this trigonometry also, these all are originated from geometric relations. Actually trigonometry is not a complex thing. All the rules of trigonometry are originated from geometry, and here the geometric principle is Pythagoras theorem. From that these three relations are obtained. Using this we will solve exercises also in our next videos. So I hope you guys would have understood this.
Please subscribe and don't forget to click the bell icon for the more updates.